much what Lily was going to say. I was going to propose a friendly amendment to the original proposal. My friendly amendment is that if people are arrested here this evening, we do not act until the 13th to come back and take the commons. We use either the method of housing the occupants who may not have homes or returning to Lake Park where there is a permit until that point. And the reason, I'm just going to add on, the reason I say this is because I'm I'm not going to get arrested, but I am the person who's probably going to go to jail. I'm going to bring people food. I'm going to do things like that. And there are a lot of people who will be supporting in many ways. And it's going to be, if there are people who keep coming here and getting arrested and coming here and getting arrested in ones and twos, I don't know that it will be effective. But if it is a concerted movement and the support team is in place, it will be more effective. So, I need to see either Jacob or Joe to get a temperature check on that, since I'm not facilitating in this role. But that's actually a friendly amendment to the proposal. I don't know if I make it to Sharina.
So you want to tie that plan, just to be clear, to this proposal for today. So this proposal, which is a proposal for action today, if we agree to it, we would then also have to agree to not consider any proposal for any action here on the Common until the 13th of November. That's what you would like to have us...
We can make that a secondary proposal because it is like people will decide whether or not they want to camp tonight. Okay. But I would actually like to make a secondary proposal that if people camp tonight, people get arrested, before we have people coming back and camping again here in a place where people get arrested and tents torn down, that we look into other things. I can make it secondary and separate so we can vote on it separately.
Is that something you would be willing to do? To consider creating a second proposal separate from this one to bring up for consideration after this proposal is consented on to propose an action on the 14th.
Yeah, if we could discuss it, I could make that proposal.
And you're going to come back with a proposal for the groups.
Okay, then you'll discuss it.
Yeah. What else we got on stack?
There's a couple people left on stack. I just wanted to make one point. If you guys decide to do this tonight, and we have people willing to get arrested tonight, action speaks words. We come back on the 13th, leave Lake Park and try it again, and we gather enough support from other parts of New England and elsewhere for the 13th and try it once again. And if the 13th doesn't work, we'll plan out something again. And Cowboys next. Yes?
Doesn't work on the 13th. Where do you go?
Back to Lake Park.
As far as the permanent ending,
All right, everyone ready? Everyone all done? The last person on stack?
Mic check!
Mic check! All right, I'm just going to speak louder because I can speak loud. I don't like the people's mic. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Can everyone hear me? Yeah. All right. I'm with Scott on this one. Shut up. I believe that we need to get people arrested tonight because when we come back, we'll have greater numbers. And so many of the people that came up and voiced their opinions, I respect that you voiced your opinions, but a lot of the naysayers are people that don't actually camp. And I think the final decision the final influence should come from people that camp as opposed to people that don't camp and have never been to camp. Thank you.
Ben?
All right. Am I loud enough, or do I need the mic?
Louder.
Okay. I want to say, what I want to do here right now is stress some patience and some long-term planning. Regardless of what happens tonight, we need to make sure that we build a movement that is self-sustaining and long-lasting. Our goals are, as unfortunate and as frustrating as it is, at least from my perspective, what I would see as real and effective change is years away. We need to keep building and keep moving, and we need to not burn out in one relatively small show of defiance. If we occupy tonight, we need to make sure we have contingency plans, we have backups, we have support, and we have everything drawn up so we can keep going on the 13th and keep going after that through the winter through the next spring, into the summer, and as long as it takes. And that's what I want to say.
Harry?
I would like to stress
I would like to stress
part of what Javier was speaking to.
part of what Javier was speaking to.
I also
Cannot afford to be arrested.
When I was in Boston,
When I was in Boston,
the night that 141 people got arrested,
the night that 141 people got arrested,
legal observers
legal observers
were going through the crowd.
were going through the crowd.
They were taking contact information.
They were taking contact information.
They were getting addresses.
They were getting addresses.
They were getting people that you could call if you were put in jail.
They were getting people you could call if you were put in jail.
The reason they were getting that
The
information
reason they were getting that information
was for outside support
was for outside support
of any protester that was arrested.
of any protester that was arrested.
I am here to tell you
I am here to tell you
that I will be some of that outside support.
that I will be some of that outside support.
If you get arrested
If you get arrested
and you need somebody to feed your cat,
and you need somebody to feed your cat,
you need somebody to walk your dog,
you need somebody to walk your
you
dog,
need somebody to take in your mail,
you need somebody to take in your mail,
make sure that your information
make sure that your information
has been given to a legal observer,
has been given to a legal observer,
and I'll do what I can to help.
and I'll do what I can to help.
You don't have to be arrested
You don't have to be arrested
to be a part of this
to be
movement
a part of this movement
and to support those that do.
and to support those that do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Point of information? Yes. We have arrestee intake forms. I do not have them with me at this second, but we do have them, and I am willing to personally collect them. They will be coming later in the day, so if you do plan on staying here tonight and you do plan on getting arrested, please fill them out and please get them back to me. It's all your information, and then I can take it. You can put notes on there if you do want someone to go look after anything at your house or anything, or call your boss if you're not going to make it into work. And then I can also, if we do go bail you out or whatever you plan on doing, we can take them down, get your incident report number, get all the sorts of information we need from the cops as well. So find me later if you plan on getting arrested and fill one of those out.
Point of information.
My understanding is that the occupation will be here tonight. Will it be here tomorrow night and the night after, or is it moving back to Lake Ave? Like, is the one
Can I
night
address
stand
that?
in Worcester on the Common?
Can I address that? Actually, that was the proposal we were making.
Yeah, okay. All right, Liz
Okay.
has...
First,
Yeah.
if I may, if no one's arrested tonight, then this is our occupation. This is where we stand.
Well, this is after we consent on that, and it seems like we're pretty close to
Yes.
The
on that.
original proposal was this would be it.
This is it.
The original proposal was to occupy this evening, and there were a number of plans in regards to it. I don't know that the original proposal, because I was there when it was being written, included things of like, it included things to deal with arrests, but I don't know if it had a plan for timing for coming back or things like that. Did it have that?
Well, the proposal was that we're going to move here tonight and stay here. And if we get arrested, forever. Indefinitely.
Point of information, though, there still are tents at Lake Park, and that is still, like, logistically there. So any occupiers that are homeless, that need somewhere to stay, that occupation will remain until the permit runs out, or until we permanently move here. So,
Contingency camp.
yes, contingency.
Actually, that I think was the secondary proposal.
Point of information.
My point again is if people get arrested tonight, and you still have the camp on Lake Ave, will people try to be here on the Common in a tent tomorrow night?
I think that's a proposal we need to discuss after we reach a consensus on this.
Camping tonight?
What?
Yeah, I think that actually is a good idea. So we,
Point of information. Can I come on?
Is
how
it
many people are on the
information?
stack?
Yeah, it's about this.
Oh, okay.
3, 4? Okay.
He's on it.
He's on the stack. Great.
Real quick, maybe
do we want to pause stack
propose-
to at least for the first question, which is just what we're doing tonight, whether we're doing it tonight and make decisions
Just make
about
sure that it's just for
what happens
tonight.
after
All
tonight.
right, I'll take consensus on closing stack. Just real quick before Stone speaks, can we take consensus on closing the stack to discuss the proposal occupation tonight after everyone goes through stack so we can come to consensus on whether we're actually staying tonight?
What is that?
All right, mic check!
Mic check!
Can we take a consensus
Can we take a consensus
on closing stack
on closing stack
about this proposal
about this proposal
so we can reach a consensus
so we can reach a consensus
on whether we actually are doing it tonight?
Whether we actually are doing it tonight.
Any blocks?
Any blocks or
Any opposition?
no? Okay.
We got 4 on stack.
Point of information about the motion that's about to be considered. A support working group has been formed. I am to support people who are in jail, etc. I'm the point person. Includes Terry also. Still, the idea is legal would get your necessary information. We would work on it after you're in jail. Thank you.
Could you please restate the proposal?
Which proposal?
the proposal.
The proposal? The
Still have 4
proposal.
people on stack.
We still do have 4 people on stack.
They're already on stack. Let them finish, and then we'll do the proposal.
Yeah, that's
but
yeah.
no more on stack.
No more on stack. Point of information.
Wait,
Point.
you on it still, or is that it?
so.
All right.
I think I should like clarify.
Okay. Left on stack is Diane, then Javier, then Chris, and then Nim. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm here to make 2 quick points.
I'm here to make 2 quick points.
I will be here this evening as support.
I will be here this evening as support.
I will try to bring others.
I will try to bring others.
I want a little respect for the rest of the people that aren't campers.
I want a little respect for the rest of the people that are campers. Damn right.
I respect the campers. I think the rest of us deserve it back. To say that only campers make decisions is like Perry saying that only property owners should vote. Give me a break.
Yeah!
Okay. Thank you. I'll be there. Just be nice.
Javier.
Well, y'all messed up now because I'm riled up. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Dr. Nick.
So, what I'm seeing is there's a lot of non-committalness, a lot of apprehensiveness about coming out here and taking that first hit. You know what? Let's take it. As soon as someone gets arrested, as soon as someone takes that first hit, we're going to get more support. Because until then, we're going to look like we're just soft and can be pushed around. We came out here the first time, got pushed to Lake Park, stayed for 3 weeks, now we're going to get kicked out of Lake Park. The first person to take that hit becomes a martyr, becomes a symbol, and more people will come. It's like, you know what, the 300. They lost, they came back with 100,000 Greeks. Take that first hit, and more people will come. You get arrested tonight, you come back for the 13th with more people. If we get arrested then, we come back with more people, and more people until they can't. Until they can't ignore us. Until they can't arrest us. Until they have to listen to us. Come out here, take that first hit. If you're not camping, if you're not coming, then don't stop us. Support us. If I don't care if you're not camping. I'm not camping. But support them. Don't hold this up. Don't get your little fears, your little apprehensions, hold back the movement. We're going to do this together as one group. We need unity. Who are we? We are Occupy Worcester. We are the 99%. Act like it.
Yeah.
Stop being afraid. No one that ever made any changes was afraid. Martin Luther King was not afraid. Mahatma Gandhi was not afraid. Malcolm X was not afraid. The founding fathers were not afraid. Get rid of that fear. I don't care about your move along. All right? Come push me off this. Don't be afraid. Don't be a pansy. Don't hold back. If you don't want to camp, fine, don't camp. Be a support system, but don't hold us back. Be committed. Be committed in or don't. If you're not committed, don't be here. If you don't want to be a part of it, don't vote. If you're too scared about it, then leave. Don't care. Woo! Yeah.
I just wanted to speak to sort of what he just said and what Diane said and also what someone from camp said. But this is about everyone. This is about internal solidarity, not the people camping or the people here. The General Assemblies and the occupation are one and the same. We are all people. We need to vote on this. If we do this now, last time we tried to occupy the Common, it was late. We got the word out late. It was 9 o'clock at night. We have time now for everyone here to get support, for everyone here to get people who want to be arrested or people who just want to stand outside the gate. We can do that. We need to make a decision as soon as possible so I can get on the horn to Boston and Providence and Facebook and everywhere to announce what we are doing. So I think everyone has been heard. I think we are all pretty much on the same page. After Stack is closed, we just need to make the decision as soon as possible so we can get support out here. And that's all I gotta say.
I don't need people's mic. I'm a pretty loud person in general.
Louder!
Basically, I think a good point that we all should take into consideration. You should just ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Just do it. I mean, whether you camp or whether you come inside the park, the fact that you're here is more than enough. We're not here to alienate people. We're not here to say because you're not camping that you're not involved. The fact that you're here right now is more than enough. I honestly believe we need that enthusiasm that we had that first night. It was unprepared, it was unfocused, but there were people chanting, there were people singing, there were people there. And that's all that matters. Like, I say we do it anyways, because when has there ever been an activist point of view or a protest where people didn't go to jail, where people didn't get in trouble? There never has been. So I mean, you don't have to set up a tent, just be here. I say we should take over the Commons. If you go to jail, you go to jail. You're gonna be out tomorrow. It's no big deal. If you don't want to go to jail, don't go. Just stand on the outside of the gate. The fact that you're here and you're chanting with us and supporting is more than enough. So I honestly believe personally that we should take over the Commons, and the fact that we get arrested tonight, if we do show up, you get arrested. The point is, we made a fucking point. I mean, we were here, we said something, we went to jail for a reason. So I honestly believe we should ask for forgiveness and not for permission and just fucking do it. Excuse my language.
Woo! Alright, Stack's closed.
Alright.
Reiterate the proposal.
Alright.
Reiterating the proposal. The proposal is for camping attendance.
Yeah. The proposal is that we occupy the Commons tonight. Can I get a consensus check on the group occupying tonight? Alright.
Looks unanimous.
It seems that we have reached consensus. We're occupying the Commons. Okay. Now that we decided that, we have a secondary proposal in addition.
I think Lily was going to bring up the secondary proposal.
Scott.
Yeah, ready. Okay, so my secondary proposal is if people are arrested tonight, people will choose to go home, be housed, or go back to Lake Park until November 13th. We will use the house and occupant technique, and the people who will come to the New England Solidarity March here in Worcester on the 13th to gain support from the greater New England area on this day. We will do the march, which I believe is scheduled from 11 to 2 on the 13th, and then at 2 begin occupying Worcester Commons. Yep.
1.
Sorry, 11 to 1, and then at 1 begin occupying the Worcester Commons with everyone who's here, and between now and then we will use outreach to the New England community to gain physical support on this day.
Okay. Since we were very clear on occupying tonight, did we have any discussion on that matter? Jacob, get back up here.
Okay, what time we gonna time?
What time?
Start sending messages.
We need to set a time.
Set a time for
support.
the
Yeah, so
occupation.
people have time to
Okay.
make forms and
7
everything
o'clock?
else.
I don't know. Should I propose
No,
one?
we still
I
gotta do it
propose
deadline.
6 o'clock as the time to meet and start occupying.
We did not consent. We didn't do anything with Lily's proposal. We still have Lily's
I'm
proposal.
sorry, he was jumping.
Okay. Do you have a proposal?
It only gives people 3 hours to get out here.
Okay.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Check!
We're still in part of the meeting,
We're still in part of the meeting.
but there are certain things that people might want to do.
Certain things that people might want to do.
Those with smartphones
Those with
who
smartphones
want to post about it,
want to post about
to
it.
get support,
Get support.
feel free.
Feel free.
We do have a secondary proposal
We do have a secondary proposal
and a concern about time frame.
and a concern about time frame.
These need to be addressed.
These need to be addressed.
Thanks. So, do we want to talk about the proposal, or do we want to go with the time frame first? Because I don't care what you do. Take a temperature check.
All right. Mic check. Mic check. Because this is a time-sensitive issue. Because this is a time-sensitive issue. I propose we talk about. What time we're going to start the occupation. What time we're going to start the occupation. I guess that's it. Point of information.
Point of information. There is a group, there's a conference on campus at Clark. We might be able to bring a reasonable sized group here from an event. We could announce it at the plenary and come here, but it would be later. It'd be more like 8.
Good. Great. Okay. Good.
You need people at 10.
I actually have a counter proposal, which is that people stay here as much as they can until they.
Point of information, we still have 3 hours of daylight left today.
Is there a time? Is there a time?
All right. Does anyone have a time proposal?
I propose 6 o'clock.
Okay. One on 6 o'clock. Time proposal.
I have a time proposal 8 o'clock because the people from the Clark meeting can get here, as well as if we're trying to gain support from Providence and Boston, that would give them 3 hours to drop what they're doing and get out here.
Okay. Information.
There's a bus that went to Boston and Clarkston, and they won't be back till 7. And there's a lot of people on that bus that are willing to come support us. So take that into consideration.
Okay. So 8 o'clock is on the table. 6 o'clock is on the table. Do we have any more proposals for times? Okay, can I get a temperature check on 6 o'clock? All right, can I get a temperature check on 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock it is!
Yes!
Woo!
Right.
Okay. Do you have any other business today?
Secondary
8 o'clock. Secondary proposal.
That's about it. It was the proposal that.
Yeah, everybody charge your phone.
What if some people get arrested? Did they come back this night, or did they go? Like the proposal was that they come back on the 13th.
So working group for tonight's action.
All right. I and others will be meeting to talk about logistics for tonight's occupation. I'd like to consider this an extension of the working group that met on Thursday. We want everyone to join us after the General Assembly. We'll work out the details of where tents are going to be, who's going to fulfill the roles that we mentioned in the original proposal. So after the General Assembly, please come see me, and we'll get a conversation started about the details. But first, we have a proposal on the floor to consider regarding postponing any future encampment until the 14th. Do you want to speak to that? Or is that...
Wait. The proposal? Is there, the proposal was that...
It was a friendly amendment, not a proposal.
No, it was actually changed into a proposal. That's why we proposed the first one. The proposal is just a... Sure. Okay. Lily brought up the proposal. What happened last time, I believe, is there were a number of decisions made late into the evening when there were smaller and smaller groups. Because we have the group here, it's good to use the full GA to talk about what we're going to do for contingency plans. if people are arrested this evening, and all of the information we have is that people will probably be arrested this evening, what is the contingency plan? The proposal for the contingency plan is that we do not try and come back here after this evening until the 13th when we have the numbers. Is there any questions, concerns, issues in regards to that, or anything in regards to that proposal?
Yeah, it's not a Hartford, so.
Okay. I don't want to call for consensus on this because I can't vote on this.
Okay, so can you restate the proposal to me?
Okay, the proposal is that if people are arrested this evening, that we do not, well, actually, I just simplified it. Not even a contingency work, but people get housed in for housing or something, that there's people who are supposed to support them, and then people do not come back here to let them know. I actually try and occupy it until we have the numbers of anyone needs.
Okay. All right, so the proposal is that we, after people get arrested, I'm sorry, you can restate your proposal.
I just did.
I know, but I can't remember all of them.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Thank you for your patience and attention.
Thank you for your patience and attention.
The proposal is that if people are arrested this evening, we do not return to occupy the commons between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Until the 13th. When we have numbers. People can house occupants. Return to Lake Park. Or their houses. We will regroup. Do outreach. And have numbers for the 13th. Clarifying question?
Do we have confirmed numbers on what the numbers will be for the Solidarity March?
No.
Okay.
All right, so can we take a temperature check on not coming back with intent of being arrested until the 13th?
Is that friendly amendment?
Consensus?
Friendly amendment.
Friendly amendment. I propose that coming back on that particular date be a recommendation rather than a definite statement. In other words, I propose that the GA should be able to change its mind.
Sure.
I think that's a perfectly fine one, as long as the point of it is that we don't come back day after day after day and have one or two people getting arrested. That's the idea.
You're trying to prevent autonomous actions.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Mostly it's an organizational thing that the 13th will be a good day. You're recommending that day to come back with force and not do anything similar in between.
Numbers, not force.
Numbers, sorry, force is a bad word. Okay, can we get a temperature check on coming back on the 13th?
In the event of arrest.
In the event of arrest.
Is there any concerns, any...
If we have...
Okay, you have to disagree?
Disagree? Do you have a...
Come back every day.
Come back every day?
5.
Okay.
5.
Do we have anyone who disagrees that feels like they need to have their voice heard on this matter? No? Okay. All right.
Okay. Do you want to do a full consensus?
All right, full consensus check. Everyone needs to vote on this. Coming back on the 13th as a plan, we're organizing for it.
In the event of arrest.
In the event of arrest.
In the event of arrest, okay?
Okay.
It looks like consensus.
Do you have a what?
Can we hear it one more time? Some people didn't hear it.
Okay.
All right.
You want me to?
Making it an official plan to come back on the 13th with more people, more support, and not having as many actions in between.
In the event of arrest.
In the event that we get arrested.
Clarifying question. Yes.
That would be come back on the 13th. Take your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clarifying question.
Okay, so we are still going to have a daytime presence here of some kind?
Yes. Yeah. All right. Was it consensus?
I believe that was consensus.
All right, I believe that was consensus unless anyone disagrees.
There's one more
Okay.
proposal on the floor for this evening that should be Doug had one. It's a really good proposal.
Okay. Doug, proposal on the floor.
I'll get my packet. So a suggestion was made to me. Mic check.
Mic check.
A suggestion was made to me
that
since the bailout fund got effectively shelved, that each person who is occupying tonight and facing arrest have a buddy who's willing to bail them out.
Bail buddy.
A bail buddy proposal.
Bail buddy proposal. Can I take a consensus on arrestees getting a bail buddy? Okay, we're all gonna have buddies.